можешь не заезжать.
Да нет, я заеду по дороге. Когда же солнышко? Все, там.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Sorry about that. I just got off of this session. Okay, so we're just gonna start by saying how many weeks we are, and just let me know how you're feeling today. So in your body, in your mind, whatever comes up is completely fine. And something about your holiday. So I'm Cole, I'm 0 weeks pregnant, and I'm feeling good. I feel pretty good. I went on a really harsh hike this weekend and might have overdone it a little bit, but otherwise feeling pretty good. Andrea, will you go first?
Hi, I'm Andrea. I am 24 weeks pregnant. I'm feeling pretty good. I had my 24-week prenatal visit today, and I got to ask a lot of questions, things that I've been noticing with body changes and potential concerns. And the doctor was able to reassure me, so that was really good. So that's helping my confidence. And for the holiday, I spent a lot of time with family. I had my cousin, her husband, and their baby visit from Texas for a couple of days. So that was really nice. I hadn't seen them since before COVID, and I'd never met their baby. So that was exciting. And then the second half of the week, my in-laws visited, so they stayed with us, and we got to check out the Christmas market in Philly.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. And you're feeling good to move around and everything. So
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right. Katrina, how do you say your name?
It's difficult. My nickname is Katya.
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 Oh, okay. I've
Like
known lots of
Tanya,
Katyas.
Nadia, same thing. So yeah, I'm 17 weeks today. Feeling in terms of movement, okay, good, I would say. It's my first time taking prenatal yoga. I've never done this, even yoga. So what else? Thanksgiving, we just celebrated with my husband, just two of us, because I'm not vaccinated, so we're trying to stay away from everybody.
Yeah.
Keep
Yep. That's
social
how it goes.
distancing.
Awesome. All right. So we're gonna do some movement today, and then toward the end we'll relax a little bit. But it's a good idea to have a blanket, maybe some pillows nearby. If you have the yoga props, some blocks, and a blanket would also be helpful. But anything you have nearby that you can use when you need a little extra support will be great. Okay? And you can unmute yourself whenever you need to let me know if you have any questions or if you didn't understand something, please do. And yeah, so we're gonna start sitting nice and tall on our mats. You can take your hands onto your belly and just close the eye. And breathe deeply here. And just taking this time to connect with your breath, to connect with your baby. And you can keep one hand on your belly, bring the other hand up to your chest. And we'll start class with one Om. Taking a deep breath in. Om. And then put your hands together and bow your head to your heart, to your belly, to your baby, to each other. Namaste. And then let's lift the hands back up. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take your left hand down. You can bend the elbow, just give yourself a nice side stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep breath. And exhale. And we'll come back up to sit. Inhale, bring both hands together. And exhale, same thing, but on the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep breath. Good. Exhale, come back up to sit. Good. Inhale, take your hands down. And as you exhale, you can take your hands behind you and just interlace your fingers, maybe bending your elbows toward the back of the room. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest up toward the sky. Lift your chin. Then as you exhale, release your hands and bring them to your knees. Good. Sitting nice and tall, we'll just start to move into a circular motion in one direction. Still breathing. And then the other. Just kind of opening the hips a little bit. Good. All right. Then let's take our time and make our way onto our hands and knees. I like to always have a blanket folded underneath of my knees or a rug, anything that you have, just for a little extra padding. Your wrists underneath with your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to sway the hips from side to side. Then we'll come through center and just draw a circle with your tailbone. So seeing if you can kind of isolate your hips and move your hips in a circle in one direction and then the other. Okay. And then we'll sway the hips again. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift your tail, find a cow pose. Exhale, press the tops of your feet down, round your back half. Inhale, cow, stretching the feet, lift your toe. Exhale, cat, rounding your back. Inhale. And exhale. Again, like that, breathing in. And breathing. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale to a neutral spine. And as you exhale, take your knees nice and wide, big toes together. Give your forearms down onto your mat. And let your head come down. Just breathe, your knees opening, lower back, getting a nice opening. Big toes together. If you can stretch your arms forward without belly touching your thighs too much or your mat, go for it. We'll stay for 5 deep breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. And inhale. We'll come back up onto our hands and knees and sway your hips a little bit once again. Then we'll get our wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Then inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, swing the arm forward and lower your hand. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, swing the arm forward, lower your hand. Again, to the right, breathing in. Exhale, swing the arm forward and lower. Inhale left. Exhale forward. Inhale right. Exhale forward. Last time to the left. Breathe in. And exhale forward. Good. Inhale to a cow pose. Lift your tail. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and bend your elbows lower halfway. Good. Inhale right back up. Exhale, take your feet nice and wide. Keep your knees bent, but you're going to lift your hips up toward the sky, stretching your arms forward, and then dropping your head. Good. If there's any dizziness, just keep your head lifted. No big deal. Inhale, you can start to sway a little bit. And exhale from side to side. Keep breathing. Exhaling. And inhaling as you just open the backs of your legs. And eventually you can bring your feet a little bit closer together if that feels good. Otherwise, just keep the feet as wide as you like. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, you can bend both knees and look forward. Exhale, straighten your legs and look back. Inhale, bend and look forward. Exhale, straighten and look back. One more, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Inhale, lower your knees. Then as you exhale, take your knees nice and wide and sit back into your child's pose. Maybe your palms face up this time, and if you could let your head rest toward the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing. Two more deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Then we'll come back up onto our hands and knees. And we'll shift our weight onto the right side and just lift the left knee out to the side. Try to get your ankle in line with your knee. Then exhale, lower your thigh to touch the right, but keep your knee lifted. Inhale, opening out to the side, turn. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Lower your knee. We'll sway the hips from side to side. You can draw a circle in one direction. And then the other. Good. Other side. Left knee stays where it is. Inhale, reach the right knee out to the side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, inhale. And exhale, lower the knee and sway the hips from side to side. Good. Draw your circle in one direction and then the other. Inhale, let's tuck the toes, lift the tail. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows back, lower halfway. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, either child's pose or downward dog. Either option is fine. Remember, your knees can always stay bent. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two. Exhale. Inhale, three. Exhale. way back into your tabletop. We're going to take the back of the right hand down for a moment, just releasing the wrist. Good. Then take the palm down, same thing on the other side, just taking the back of your hand down. Good. Palm lowers. Then inhale, let's lift the right knee out to the side. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward. If you have blocks, take them underneath of your hands, otherwise fingertips on the floor. You can slide your left knee back a little bit if that feels safe, and just take some time to lean forward and back without overstretching, opening that hip a bit. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Good. Then inhale, as you're ready, you can lift that back knee, maybe come up onto your fingertips. Then as you exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Bring your elbows onto your thighs, lift your butt a little bit. Good, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, press your hands to your thighs to come all the way up to the stand. Good. So standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, let's reach the arms out and up, lift up, look up. Exhale, lower your hands and take your hands interlaced behind you, looking straight forward. Bend your elbows a little bit, and you're going to give your lower back a nice little massage as you're standing here. Sorry, my head's chopped off. Good. Keep your elbows bent back. Reach back, lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands go. Find your way back into your squat. Nice long spine. Inhale, feet nice and wide. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Let's set the right foot back and lower the knee right away. Good. Both hands on the inside of your foot to make it easier. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe back, scoot your hips back, find your tabletop with your knee in line with the right. Good. You can sway the hips to reset. Maybe drawing a circle in one direction and then the other. Good. Inhale, cow pose, lift your tail. Exhale, either cat pose or you can lower that half push-up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose or downward dog. Knees wide for your child's pose, feet wide for your downward dog. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two. Exhale. Inhale, three. Exhale. Inhale, four. Exhale. And inhale, five. Good. Exhale. Let's make our way back into our tabletop. You can sway a bit if you like to reset. Maybe drawing that circle in one direction and then the other. Good. Inhale, let's lift the left knee out to the side this time. Exhale, step your foot outside of your left hand. You can slide the right knee back and we'll just lean forward and back a few times, opening the hip. Good. Nothing too intense, so be very gentle with yourself. Good. Hands are down on the floor on the inside of your foot. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay. Once you feel ready, you're going to bend that front knee, lift the back knee. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, step that right foot wide. Find your high squat, elbows resting on your thigh. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, press into your thighs. Come all the way up to stand. Good. Hands onto your hips this time. Elbows can come back. And before we move anywhere, just give yourself a nice big hip circle. You can always bend your knees in one direction and then the other. Good. Bend your elbows back, lift your chest, look up, breathe in. As you breathe out, slide the hands down the legs, elbows to the thighs, lift your chest. Feet nice and wide, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, fingertips down, step the left foot back and lower the knee. Good. Inhale the right knee back, tabletop. As you exhale, exhale, you can sway the hips a bit from side to side. Good. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, either pat or your vinyasa, lowering halfway. Inhale, right back up. And exhale, either child's pose or your downward dog. Inhale, long. Exhale. Inhale, two. Inhale, three. Exhale. Inhale, four. Exhale, lift right back up, downward dog. Anyways, you have the idea now. Inhale, lift that right knee. Exhale, step it outside of the right knee. Good. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, a little different this time. We're going to lower our left heel down onto the floor and then climb the right forearm onto our thigh and turn to face the side of the room. So we're kind of pushing off the back right thigh. You can stay here with your hands on your hip or stretch your arms long past your knee. Okay? Inhale, one. Exhale. Really press into the feet. Try to keep your lower back nice and long. Inhale, two. Exhale. And inhale, three. Good. Exhale, take your hand to your hips, press off your right thigh, and come all the way up to stand. And turn to face you guys. Okay? All right. Inhale, reach your arms up, parallel your feet. Then as you exhale, turn your left toes out and find a warrior two, bending your front knee, arms nice and wide. Good. Inhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands together overhead, parallel your feet. Exhale, turn the right toes out, bend the knee, warrior two. Good. Inhale, lift, turn the feet in. Exhale, turn the left foot out, warrior two. Inhale, lift, parallel the feet. Exhale, right toes out. Inhale, right foot comes in. Exhale, left foot out. Good, another round. Breathing in, lift up. Breathing out. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Turn the right toes out. Bend your knee. Good. Then we're going to straighten our front leg. Take the left hand down the back leg and tilt back. Peaceful triangle. Breathing in. As you breathe out, re-bend your knee, forearm onto your thigh, just like before. Good. Press off of your right foot. You're going to look down toward your right foot and step your left foot wide for a squat. Yeah, you got it. Feet nice and wide. You can kind of wiggle a little bit here. Going to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, press onto the thighs and come up to stand. Good. You can keep your feet pretty wide. Take your hands onto your hips. Good. Bend the knees a little. And we're going to give ourselves a big figure eight with our hips in one direction. And then the other. And then you can step a little bit more comfortably. As wide as you like, but just something a little bit more natural. Then we'll shift our weight onto our left foot and take the right heel onto our ankle. You can stay there, just using your toes on the floor as a kickstand, or slide your foot up to your calf or your thigh. Okay, hands can stay at the hips or maybe come to the heart or over your head. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two. Exhale. Inhale, three. Good. Exhale, step your right foot wide, step your left foot wide. You can release your hands, and we're going to lift up onto our tippy toes, breathing in. And as you breathe out, lower onto your heels. Again, inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, lower to the heels. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Good. And widen your feet. Make sure you're on your mat. And then we'll go ahead and bend the knees again. Stick your butt out a little bit, elbows to the thighs. And sway through the hips. Breathing in. Keep your chest lifted. And breathing out. Inhale. As you exhale, widen your heels. Take your fingertips down to the floor. So you're not widening your heel a little bit. Try not to push through the backs of your knees as you do this, okay? Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, maybe you can let your head come down a little bit. Just make sure you're not pushing belly onto the thighs. And again, inhale, you can even bend your knees, lift up, look forward. Exhale, so you're not folding over your legs. One more time, breathe in, lift up, look forward. And breathing out, let it go. Awesome. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your right knee a little bit. You're going to turn to the top of your mat. Be careful with yourself. Move slowly and lower that left knee. Inhale your right knee back. And exhale, sway the hips from side to side. Good. Draw your circle with your tailbone in one direction and then the other. Inhale, cow pose, lift your chest. Exhale, either cat pose or lower halfway. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Either one is fine. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two. Exhale. Inhale, three. Exhale. Inhale, four. Exhale. Inhale, five. Good. Exhale, lower your knees. Find your way back into your tabletop. If you need to release your wrist, go ahead and do so. Good. Then we'll go ahead and stretch that left knee out to the side. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step the foot outside of your left knee. Take your time and lift that back knee up off of the mat. Breathing in. As you breathe out, lower the right heel down to the floor. Toes point out. Climb the left forearm up onto the thigh and turn the torso to the side of the room. Long lower back. Stay here or stretch your arm long past your ear. You can look up if that feels safe. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep breath. Good. Exhale, hands to the hip. Press your left hand down to your thigh to come up to stand. I'm going to turn to face you guys. So left toes are pointed out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Bend the left knee, look over your left middle finger. Good. Inhale, straighten both your legs. Turn your toes in so the feet are parallel. Exhale, turn the right toes out. Warrior two. Try not to let your knee pass your ankle. Katya. Good. Inhale, straighten your legs, parallel the feet, lift up. Exhale, bend your knee, look over the left middle finger. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, right. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, right. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Good. Then inhale, straighten the left leg, right hand down your back leg, lean back, breathing in. Good. As you breathe out, find your way back with your forearm onto your fascia, turn nice and long. Right hand to the hip, look down at your foot. Good. We're going to press off that left foot and step into our wide squat. Awesome. You can sway a little bit here, taking a deep breath in. Then as you breathe out, press your thighs, come up to stand. Good. Get comfortable. Your feet can come as wide as you like. Hands onto the hips. Soften your knees. Good. A figure eight in one direction. And then the other. Good. All right. We'll take our feet into a more comfortable position. Shift your weight onto your right foot and take your left heel against the ankle. Stay here or side your foot up the calf or maybe the thigh, just not the knee. Hands can stay at the hips or maybe overhead or at the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. And as you exhale, step the left foot wide, step the right foot wide. Good. And keep your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift up off of your heels onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower slowly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Awesome. Breathe in and breathe out. And heel to your feet a little bit wider. Bend your knees. Bring your forearms onto your back. Wiggle through the hips a little bit. Good. And then we're going to heel toe our feet. Bring the fingertips down to the floor. Heel toe the feet a little bit wider. Then remember the knees can stay bent to protect the lower back if you don't want to push through the backs of the knees, okay? Inhale, maybe bend your knees, lift up, move forward. Exhale, the heel safe, let the head go, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the elbows back if available. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Then inhale, flat back with fold. Exhale, bend the left knee. We're going to walk our hands wide to the top of the mat. So you're turning your feet. Remember that front knee bends. Beautiful. Lower the back knee. Inhale the left knee back. And exhale, sway the hips from side to side. Draw a circle with the hips in one direction as you breathe in. And the opposite direction as you breathe out. Last one, inhale, cow pose, lift your chest. Exhale, cat pose or lower halfway. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, child's pose or downward facing dog. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two. Inhale, three. Inhale, four. And inhale, five. Out through your mouth. Now feel free to just stay here longer. If you feel like you're getting a good hip opener, or if you feel really comfortable, you can just stay. Otherwise, we're going to make our way up onto our hands and knees if you go for a deeper hip opener. Now, this would be a good place if you have some padding to bring it nearby, preferably a block or a pillow, maybe two. And they're just going to be helpful for us. Okay? Now, Andrea, if pigeon isn't going to work for you today, we're going to try the second option, okay? But Let's try for pigeon. We have been opening the hip quite a bit. So we're gonna slide our right knee forward behind our right wrist and see about getting your ankle right in front of your left knee. Okay, so my knee is further forward than my ankle. Then from here, you have two options. You can either straighten that back leg and pad up underneath of your hip. Good, and maybe even pad up underneath your forearms or head and come into a pigeon pose. If that feels like too much of a stretch today for whatever reason, you're going to instead keep your back knee bent and lean on your right side. Okay, so that will look more like this in the legs, and you can fold forward over your padding that way. Okay, so either option is fine. And also keep your arms straight if that makes more sense for you today. So just a subtle hip opener. We'll stay here for about 5 deep breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale through the lips. Inhale. And out through the mouth. With them to come out of the shape, you're going to come up onto your hands. You can move your padding a little bit off to the side, and we'll roll onto that right hip slowly as you bend your left knee. My right hand is out to the side, and I'm going to swing my left leg out in front of me so I can sit nice and tall. Just crossing the legs. And however you get there for your body is fine. Good. So our left leg is in front, our hands are on our knees. And just like at the beginning of class, very slowly, no need to rush it. You're just going to give yourself a nice torso circle in one direction and then the other. Good. Sitting nice and tall. You might slide your pillow or padding underneath if your seat sinks a little bit higher and there's less compression in the lower belly. A little comfortable, more comfortable in the hips. Good. Then hands can go into your lap, on top of your lap, or maybe face up. And we'll close our eyes and we're going to bring our awareness down to the pelvic floor. So just noticing the pelvic floor. And as you breathe in, engage your pelvic floor like you're trying to hold yourself from going to the bathroom. Exhale, relax. Inhale, engage your pelvic floor like you're holding yourself from going to the bathroom. Exhale, relax. Inhale, engage. Exhale, relax. Inhale, engage. Exhale, relax. Inhale, engage. Exhale. Good. Let your hands go. Open your eyes. Kind of wiggle around a little bit. Good time to take a sip of water. Alright, so left shin is still in front. Good. And then if you have any extra padding, you can take it out in front of you. If you don't, it's not a big deal. And we're just going to take our hands onto the padding or the floor out in front of you. And try to keep your spine nice and tall and just lean forward a little bit so belly's not touching the feet or anything like that. And then maybe the head can come down. If you have the space, the elbows might rest on the pad and you can bring your forehead down to wherever you are is fine. So if you're with your arm straight and you're just letting your chin come down, that's perfect. Okay? Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Then come out of the shape, we'll just press your hands down and just sit up nice and tall. If you're taking the Z sit, you can keep your left knee where it is and just lean to one side, taking that right knee out to the side. From here, if it feels safe to come into pigeon pose, go for it. Otherwise, we can always start in our tabletop like we did last time and slide that left knee forward behind the left wrist, ankle in front of the right knee. Okay? We'll straighten that right leg and pad up underneath the left hip. Good. You can take additional padding underneath of your forearms. Perfect. And then begin to breathe deeply. So taking the other variation if that makes more sense today. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. And exhale back. Walk your hands back. We'll take our time to roll onto that left hip as we bend our back knee. Let's swing the right leg around. This time sitting nice and tall with the right shin in front. Take your time to get there, no need to rush. If you want to sit up a little bit higher, go ahead and do so. Making it a little bit more comfortable for yourself. Hands can rest in your lap, on top, or facing up. So actually, before we move into our pelvic floor meditation, let's give ourselves that little torso circle. So hands to the knees, and just evening out the pelvis and the hips, and changing the direction of that movement. Good. Now we'll be a little bit more comfortable. Sitting nice and tall, set your arms up nice and comfortable, eyes closed. Awareness back down to the pelvic floor. This time, we'll engage on the exhale, okay? Inhale. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor like you're holding yourself from going to the bathroom. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Good, relax, let it go. You're gonna squirm. And we'll take a sip of water. And then we'll take our padding back out in front of us. Same idea as before, the arms can stay straight the whole time. Wiggle a little bit. And we'll fold forward, knee, forearms rest in the middle. Maybe the head comes down. And up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing. Good. And now lifting your head. Slowly. Exhale. Walk. Okay. So for today, we're going to take our hands back behind us and just kind of lean back a little bit. And then we'll take our feet wide on our mat. So knees bent, feet pretty wide. Good. And your arms can really be in any position that's comfortable for you. Okay? So don't overthink it. Make sure it feels okay. And from here, we're going to let the knees drop to the left and look over the right shoulder. And then same thing the opposite direction. And as you're doing this, you're kind of massaging your seat on the floor. Okay? Also giving yourself a little bit of, you can move as quickly or as slowly as you like. If you like to stay for a few breaths, go for it. We'll just do this a few more times. Good. And then we'll take our feet onto the floor. You can turn your hands forward. Stay here and maybe let your head come back. Or if you like, lift your pelvis and then let your head come back. Taking a deep breath in. And out. Good. Inhale, lower your seat. Exhale, chin into chest. We're going to come onto our left side, so you don't need to spin around like me, but just onto your left side. And slide your left arm long. Keep your knees bent, or maybe take your padding underneath that right knee. Use your left arm as a pillow. You can also use additional padding underneath that right forearm if you have. And just start to let the body slow down a bit. Let the breath slow down. Let the eyes close. And just breathing here. Maybe connecting with your baby. Resting. Looks like you're letting yourself take a miniature nap. resting here if you like. Otherwise, over your next 5 or so breaths, you'll start to press that right hand down, press the left hand down, and help yourself up. You can sit on your sits bones, or you might sit on your shins, whatever's more comfortable for you. You can also sit on your pillow. Before leaving class, we're just going to release our shoulders real fast, okay? So inhale, let's reach the right arm up toward the sky. And as you exhale, let your hand just rest on the center of your back or your neck. And keep your hand on your baby, on your belly, or if you like, you can take your hand to your elbow and just give yourself more of a stretch. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathing in, eyes slowly closed, and breathing. One more deep breath. Good, and as you exhale, reach the arms nice and wide, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, give yourself a hug, left arm on top. You can bring your elbows down, your head down. Good. Inhale, reach your arms back up. And exhale, the left hand to your neck or in between your shoulders. Right hand can stay on baby or belly, or if you like, take your hand to your elbow and just give yourself more of a stretch. Eyes can close if you like, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep breath. And exhale. Release the arms in, reach the chest. Exhale, right arm on top. Give yourself a hug. You let the elbows come down, the chin come down. Good. Inhale, release the arms. Exhale, you can stay on your feet or go ahead and make your way into a more comfortable seat. One last time, hands on the knees. Give yourself a little torso circle in one direction. And then you can sit a little higher if you want some padding, or just stay how you are. And we'll take your palms together and just rub them vigorously, build a little bit of heat in your hands. A little faster, a little harder. And take one hand over your chest and one hand over your belly, your baby. Eyes closing here. And just taking this time to thank yourself, thank your baby for practicing with you today. To call in any intentions. Send out any good energy to others. We'll take a deep breath in together. Out through the mouth. And like that, breathing. Out through the nose or mouth. And once more for Om, breathing in. Take your hand on your belly up to the hand on your heart. And letting the chin drop. Bowing to yourself, to your practice, to each other. Very good. Okay. Thanks for practicing with me. Make sure to drink a decent amount of water afterwards, and if this is a great time of the year to take a nice bath. So if you have the option to take a bath, please do so. And I hope to see you next week. Okay? Take care. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, Katya.
Bye.